Now the story we're going to share seems like something right out of science fiction. You might recall meeting a little girl named Tatiana in the hospital. The ending we'll share with you now is not frightening. It is so cute. The strength of little Tatiana is best described as Herculean.
Remember how you scared Mommy and Daddy?
She's a pint-sized superhero who overpowered the odds with the help of science fiction-like medicine.
There was concern that she may not survive unless something magical worked for her.
Right from birth, Tatiana struggles. She's sickened in the womb, causing her mom, Elise, to have an emergency C-section.
They said it looked like she had pooped inside of me and swallowed some of it. So we had a C-section. They brought her out, and I mean, I was still like, 'cause I had a C-section, so I was still laying on the table, and I just seen them kind of rushing her off.
Tatiana's destination is Seattle Children's, where doctors immediately treat her life-threatening condition known as meconium aspiration.
And so the lung gets diseased and damaged very easily. And Tatiana had one of the most severe cases of meconium aspiration with pulmonary hypertension that I have ever seen.
X-rays reveal the cause of concern for doctors Kendra Smith and Craig Jackson.
But at this point, we had no air going in and out of her lungs at all.
Normally lungs are this color, a dark, because they're air-filled. Her lungs were so diseased that they were white.
Unable to breathe, Tatiana is placed on ECMO, but it's a short-term solution. Staying on life support for an extended amount of time can damage a baby's brain.
And so when 2 weeks went by, we knew we were in trouble. She wasn't getting better. We were trying all things we could think of. And by 3 weeks, we knew we were at the end of the road.
At this point, doctors know they must take a detour into new territory. Driving that decision is Tatiana.
When she was on extracorporeal life support, she would open her eyes and look at you and indirectly ask you if there wasn't something out there that could make a difference for her.
Dr. Smith does have a long-shot idea, a drug she researched years ago, not yet approved by the FDA, perfluorocarbon. It's also known as liquid ventilation.
Okay, let's rock and roll.
And very science fiction-like.
Okay, relax now, bud. Just relax.
So it's very much like in the movie Abyss, where the guy dons on the headgear and fills up with perfluorocarbon and tries to breathe it.
In the real world, it works a bit differently, as Dr. Smith demonstrates.
So perflubran is a clear, colorless liquid. It dissolves a large amount of oxygen and carbon dioxide. In this circumstance, with diseased lungs, we're using it actually to open up the lungs so that they can work better and work better sooner.
It sounds promising, but it's not a slam dunk for Tatiana.
And so we didn't try it until she was at the point where virtually all of us thought she was going to die.
Being the only option for your daughter to survive, there was just no question about it that, yeah, we wanted to try it.
At that juncture, we elected as a team to try to seek out FDA approval for using perflubran in her lungs.
Dr. Smith then submits a compassionate use request to the FDA. She asks to be able to use the experimental drug for just 10 days.
I wanted them to give me 10 days because I felt within 10 days that we could turn her around.
Her request is granted. Doctors begin injecting the dense liquid into Tatiana's lungs. Within 5 days, she responds to the life-giving drug.
That's when she miraculously got much better. And the fluorocarbon is now become a thin film all over the lung. And that's great because that thin film of fluorocarbon holds oxygen and gets rid of carbon dioxide very efficiently.
As Tatiana's lungs continue to heal,
so she's breathing on her own,
the liquid ventilation is allowed to evaporate.
So that's why this is exactly what we wanted to see her lungs look like.
In Tatiana's case, she was not expected to survive. And I think this medication made all the difference in her life. Who is that? Who is that? She looks great, Elise.
Yeah,
she looks great.
After spending the first 3.5 months of her life in the hospital, Tatiana goes home. Now 7 months old, she breathes on her own with nothing to hold her back.
Yeah, she's starting to talk a lot more. I mean, no words yet, but a whole lot of goo goo gagas. She does this squinting thing with her nose, but she's the complete opposite of when she was born. There's no problems with her. She doesn't have any medicine that she has to take. So yeah, she's come a long way. Did a whole 360.
Looking ahead, Elise hopes the drug that saved her daughter will soon be readily available to other babies who need it.
To get that drug approved would be awesome so that other parents had that opportunity. Again, I don't think my daughter would be here today if it wasn't for that drug.
What started out like a scene from a science fiction movie concludes with a real-life happy ending.
Yeah, we're happy.
As for Tatiana's future, that clearly brings a sigh of relief.
I mean, I just see her growing up as normal as any other kid without any complications. She's getting ready to walk and is soon school, and who knows from there.
You are a vital part of the future. With your generosity, Seattle Children's can provide better treatments and breakthrough research for the children who so desperately need them. Any amount helps. A gift of $1,000 or more will be matched with an additional $1,000 gift by the Jack R. McDonald Charitable Trust. To donate now, visit give2.seattlechildrens.org/Future Starts Here.